Hey guys, today's video is really quick. I just wanted to share a little nugget of crystal information that I recently found out. Today's video is all about Yooperlites. So these are pretty cool stones if you've seen them. They are UV reactive sodalite and they're named Yooperlites. They're a stone from here in the US and they come from Michigan along Lake Superior, I believe. But the name was given because it's an abbreviated form, UP for Michigan's Upper Peninsula, so Yooperlites. So Yooperlites are American stones. And this is something I've wondered about for a while because I see them a lot out of China. They're usually carved. And it never made sense to me because to get them carved, and they're usually for a low price, right? So the Chinese would have to export it from the US and then import it back to us. And they still sell it for a very cheap price, so it doesn't make sense to me. So what I have found out is that these Asian countries have UV reactive sodalites that they get in their own countries. So it's technically, I guess you could probably geologically call it the same as Yooperlite, but because it's not from here in the US, it can't technically be called that. I have a contact in Indonesia who I've bought from, and I spoke with him, and they have this material in their country and they call it badar. I'll spell it on the screen. I probably said it wrong, but they sell it to us calling it Yooperlite just because they're targeting the American consumer, and so that's what we call it, and so that's what they call it because they're trying to sell to us. Kind of a cool little fact that I found out, so do with it what you will. But I do want to get online real quick and show you just a few examples. These Chinese ones are very easy to spot. Okay guys, so I've just done a quick search for Yooperlite on Etsy. Etsy is kind of the mineral mecca of the world. Everyone buys and sells crystals and minerals here. Right off the bat, you're going to see it's really easy to tell where these come from, and the key is the price and the shape. So any kind of carving for a low price, I guarantee you it is from China. I say China, it could also be from like Indonesia, one of these cheaper manufacturing places. Okay, they've really perfected the art of doing this. They do it by machine, it's not done by hand. They work for cheap over there too, which is also another topic we could get into. But so these two right here, these are from China. These are probably from China for that low price, and it doesn't say anything about them being from the US. And it's an ad that they're running on a low price that I'm pretty sure that's going to be from overseas. Spheres, we do not make spheres for low prices in the US, okay? It's kind of a difficult process to do. They do it really well over there and they do it for cheap, okay? Same with bracelets. Let's see. These here, Fresh Coast Gallery, the name of the store, you can see in the highlight of the title there, Lake Superior. These, for that price, these people have probably collected these themselves, and that's a price I would expect to pay from a US stone. So these are genuine Yooperlites. This one, Michigan Yooperglow stone. Yeah, that's a genuine Yooperlite as well, you guys. Let's just look a little bit more information. Handmade, yeah, found along the beaches of Lake Superior. That's genuine. It's the price, really, that gives a good clue into it. Don't always go by high price though, because there are a lot of sellers that will charge a lot of money for something. I see this so much. So many crystals are so overpriced. So don't just look at the price and say, oh, it's high, it must be genuine, this must be a real thing, you know, like don't do that. What I'm telling you right now is to use that in addition to the way that it's formed, okay? So these Motown rocks, I'm guessing that that is genuine. That is a carving. The way that's carved, that's from China. More spheres for a low price from China. Points for a low price. China, China, China. That one's probably from the US. Stone slab. That doesn't even look like Yooperlite to me. I'd have to look more into that. I want this video to be short though, guys. So anyway, you can kind of tell. Great Lakes jewels. That one's genuine. Natural Gorilla Yooperlite natural stone carvings. That's got to be from overseas. Yeah, that's not from our country. Okay, so you kind of get the idea, guys. If it's a cheap carving, it's going to be from Asia. And this is the reason that led me to do research and figure this out, is because it just didn't make sense to me. If these Yooperlites are being shipped overseas, carved, and then being sent back, why are they so cheap? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. Now you know, do with it what you will. If you are someone who's selling these materials, I would call it UV reactive sodalite. That's what I have had a few carvings in my shop that are not from the US, and that's what I call them. Geologically speaking, that's what they are, the ones from the US and the other countries. Only call it Yooperlites if it's from the US, because that's where the name came from. And if you really like to be correct with the names, then that's the course I would take. So hopefully this video was helpful. I will see you guys next time. Bye!